What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel for another legend remade in FM22. If you're new around here, this is the series where we take an icon of world football, put them back in the FM22 game back at the start of their career and see how it pans out over a 20-year period. We've done so many of these on the channel so far. There is a playlist on the channel. Please do go and check it out. But if you do have any suggestions of legends you would like to see again, please do drop that in the comments section down below. And whilst you're there, drop a like on today's video and subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. But today's legend we are talking about is going to be an interesting one because he's actually a manager now back at the club where he started. We are talking about Spanish midfield orchestrator Xavi. Let's dive in and take a look at him back in game. So as I said, guys, this is going to be a really interesting one because Xavi is at Barcelona and it's actually the club where he is manager right now, but this is a 15-year-old Xavi. Now, I think he looks brilliant. We've taken his attributes from an early edition of Championship Manager, and obviously there are some things that Xavi was really good at. Passing, really good technique, great first touch, and then there were some things that he was not so good at. He wasn't very good at heading, he wasn't very good at long throws and stuff like that, but ultimately Xavi did not need to be this type of player. Great mentals, decent enough physicals. He's 5'5", 62 kilos, but great on both feet. I didn't give him any traits. I wanted to see what traits he would learn whilst at Barcelona a second time around. He is at Barcelona, he is on a youth contract, he's 15 years of age right now. And I think already he looks like an interesting prospect. I've set him as a first team player, but I don't know how much he's going to play in these first few years. Ultimately, though, I think he looks very good. If we go into the Barcelona team, here he is listed as a hot prospect, but we've also got Xavi himself as the manager. So I'm very intrigued to see if Xavi plays Xavi. Obviously, he did play for his entire career pretty much in Barcelona before going to Al Sadd, where he was a player for a period of time over in Qatar and then became the manager. Well, he then moved back to Barcelona and is now the man tasked with trying to recuperate Barcelona. I'm intrigued to see how player Xavi gets on a second time around. Put your predictions in the comments as well. How do you think Xavi will get on? Obviously, he won multiple Champions Leagues and stuff like that at Barcelona. La Liga's coming out of his backside. How well will he do a second time around? In this series, we jump forward 5, 10, and 15 and 20 years into the future and take a look at Xavi's career a second time around. Will he be as successful? Let's jump forward 5 years and find out. So, interestingly enough, 5 years into the future, Xavi, the player, is still here. Xavi, the manager, is no longer at Barcelona, but we're here to look at the player. So let's click on him here and see how he's looking. He is now the number 6 for Barcelona. He is still listed as a wonder kid, and those traits have really developed. Tries killer balls often, plays 1-2s, dictates tempo, tries long range passes, and likes the ball played into his feet. This is exactly how Xavi was molded in my brain, so I'm glad to see the game has adapted him to deliver the exact same thing. He's only 20 years of age. He's on £525,000 a week, which is a staggering amount of money. He's been capped by Spain, full level now, 28 caps and 1 goal for the Spanish side, and he also got 14 caps for the under 21s as well. But ultimately, Xavi looks like Xavi, if you ask me. He looks fantastic. In terms of his career stats thus far, he has been all Barcelona. He actually played 38 games for them, age 15, showing probably that their midfield is lacking someone like this in their team. Frenkie de Jong is very good, but having someone like a Xavi would really take this team back to where they want to be. A very consistent performer throughout the entire save so far. I know you guys have said you want to see all of the overall stats, but I can't unfortunately show you that, I don't think. If we go on graph, yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, the graph version doesn't really help, does it? Annoyingly, it only shows league performances here, and you can see he's only missed 2 league games throughout 5 years at Barcelona, which is just remarkable. Ever-present person in the team, averaging over double-digit assists in every single season from 15 all the way through to 20. Now, some of you guys will be asking what we've done to make this happen. And basically I've put in his plans and his favorite club. So I've said in his long-term plan I want him to play for Barcelona, and I've also said that he is a Barcelona player, as a Barcelona supporter as well, sorry. So I'm hoping he kind of stays at Barca the entire season, the entire video. Interestingly, his former favorite personnel is Xavi. this is where Xavi is now. The actual manager, Xavi, he's bounced around, left Barcelona to Wolfsburg, and he's now finding himself as the Wolves manager. But ultimately, that's a good 5 years for our Xavi the second time around. If we go into his milestones and see how he's been getting on, he's won La Liga once, just once. Yeah, won La Liga title in 2022. Supercopa de España, Copa del Rey. He's won a couple of things here. Nothing internationally just yet for Spain, but there is still plenty of time to do that. Supercopa de España a couple times as well. In terms of some of his awards, let's have a look. He has picked himself up the Copa Trophy in 2025, age 19. Jamal Musiala seems to have had a vice grip on that for the last few years. In terms of some of the others, NXGN is the other one that he could win as a youngster, and he has won that in 2 seasons in a row, in 2023 4 and 4-5, winning that very, very nicely there. Which is good to see. Obviously, that Ballon d'Or discussion, he's not going to be anywhere near that just yet. Mo Salah and Erling Haaland and Kylian Mbappe seem to be fighting it out for that one right now. Let's jump forward 5 more years into the future and see how Xavi's doing 10 years into this career re-simulation. So 10 years into the future, and this is how Xavi is looking. He is still a Barcelona player, but those mentals have really ticked up to that next tier. He is a model professional. He is a world-class midfielder, as you would expect. 83 caps for Spain now, age 25, so he is looking like a very good player. And look at how well-rounded this attribute analysis is. Yeah, okay, he's not great in the air, but so Barcelona didn't play that sort of style back in the day. He was all about the vision and the attacking abilities, and Xavi has this in absolute spades. In terms of his career stats in the last 5 years, he's done very well pretty much at playing every game every single year. In that most recent season, 25 assists and 7 goals in La Liga. If we take a look at his overall and have a look at the bottom, the season stats there, 51 appearances in all comps, all starts, 9 goals, 27 assists as well for Xavi. There's not really much you can say, is there? He is brilliant. He is brilliant this second time around. Has it translated to actually winning trophies? That is the question I do have now, though. So we were last here in 2026. So after that, we were last here that Spain come 3rd in the World Cup. Out of curiosity, who was that won by? That was won by Germany, and Holland have won the other one since. In terms of a Spanish sort of Spanish achievements, not really great there. How about for Barcelona though? Supercopa de España, pretty good. Europa League, why are Barcelona in the Europa League? But it doesn't matter, they won it, and then they were Super Cup runners-up after that. Runners-up in the Copa del Rey. There is another La Liga title. Okay, they seem to be starting to get their hands on it now. 3 in a row for Barcelona with Xavi in this team, about to go into the peak of his powers. That seems to make sense to me. So he has started picking up the trophies. In terms of some of the other stuff then, he's been named in the World 11, but I don't think he is in that Ballon d'Or conversation just yet. No, it is Erling Haaland, Phil Foden, and Kylian Mbappe. But these next 5 years potentially could be interesting, as Foden and Haaland are 30 and Kylian Mbappe is 32. I think it's going to be interesting to see if Xavi can start taking over the Ballon d'Or conversation. Let's jump forward 15 years into this simulation where he is at the peak of his powers. Now, age 30, Xavi is still a Barcelona player, which you love to see. 143 caps for the Spanish national side now. And again, there's not really too much in terms of his attribute changing, but he is 30 years of age now. He's still churning out the performances for Barcelona. As you can see at the bottom of the screen, 50 appearances in all comps for Xavi, 11 goals, 25 assists. This guy is a assist machine. If we go into his career stats so far, he's basically getting an assist every other game for Barcelona. In his career so far, 243 assists in 560 games, averaging over 20 assists in those final 3, or the most recent 3 seasons that we've seen. And that 11 goals and 22 assists is a ridiculous return for a guy who I assume is playing in central midfield. Yeah, playing in central midfield. The guy's a joke. 13 assists internationally for Spain as well. In terms of his career milestones, is he continuing to pick up La Ligas? It looks like he is. It looks like they have definitely got that stranglehold on La Liga since we were last here. So 31, they won it there. 33, they won it there. 34, they won it there. 35 and 36. So yeah, Barcelona are really dominating La Liga's proceedings, as you kind of would expect with a player the caliber of Xavi. He is the highest average rating, he is the highest assister in the league, the most player of the matches. So yeah, he's really making sure Barcelona taking 106 points for Barcelona. Yikes, that's a lot. That is a lot. In terms of some of his other awards, he's finally done it, guys. He's won the Ballon d'Or. He's won it in his last 2 seasons as well, actually. In that first season that he won it, beating out a new gen playing for Inter, Miguel Angel Zapata, who does look very good himself, Colombian player there, and then a 34-year-old Erling Haaland, and then in that most recent season, beating out a 37-year-old Kylian Mbappe, who scored 29 goals. But it's just the sheer number of assists and ability that Xavi has put on display. Seeing him win a back-to-back Ballon d'Or, which you do not see for central midfielders. We will check on the FIFA 11 World Team of the Year at the end of this simulation just to see how we get on. But we've got another stop, 5 more years into the future. He's going to be 35 in the twilight of his career. I assume he's still going to be a one-club man. So here we are then, 35 years of age, 200 appearances for the Spanish national side and 27 goals, but Xavi's not in the team to score goals, is he? Looks like Barcelona have tried to slowly deploy him as a CDM, probably as he's starting to get that little bit slower, but age 35, still with 13 pace, he's still very good. Mentally, again, exceptional, as you would expect. 19 passing, 19 technique. This guy knows how to set up his teammates, and as you can see at the bottom of the screen, 31 assists and 7 goals in 51 appearances in all competitions for Xavi in this season. Age 35 is just ridiculous. If we take a look at his career stats the last 5 years, then again, he's just been averaging more and more assists. That season here with 29 assists is crazy. That's all just in La Liga. He is a exceptional talent and has delivered exactly what you would expect a player of Xavi's caliber. In terms of his milestones, have Barcelona continued their stranglehold on La Liga? Yes, they have. They've won it every single year in the last 5 years, and Xavi is still the man with the highest average rating, the most assists, and the most player of the matches, and Barcelona are still just winning the league season after season. So fair play to Xavi there. In terms of some of his other competitions then, he's won the Nations League with Spain, runners up in the Euros with Spain as well, 3rd place in the Nations League again with Spain. We'll touch on some of his other titles and stuff like that at the end when we look at his biography. In terms of his awards though, we've never seen anyone dominate the Ballon d'Or like that. How many is that in a row for Xavi? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Ballon d'Ors in a row for Xavi a second time around. Just goes to show the caliber of player that Xavi is. Is there any other real faces here? There are some real faces here, beating Haaland. There's Camavinga, and then we start to get into real new gen territory there. But it looks like Xavi is going from strength to strength, even winning the Ballon d'Or, age 34, 49 appearances, 30 assists. You can see why he is so damn good in this, can't you? In terms of some of the others, you assume goal 50. Yeah, he's doing pretty well in the old goal 50 as well, isn't he? If we have a look at the best men's FIFA player, yeah, again, doing very well there. In the World Player of the Year, yeah, it's Xavi again. Who would have thought? And then if we have a look at the World 11, he makes it in the current season, but what we're going to do is we're going to flick it over to all seasons, and of course he's in there, and he's interestingly playing alongside Pedri, obviously Barcelona prodigy as well. 739 appearances for Xavi in this second instance, and 142 goals. But obviously he's not in the team to create, to score the goals. He's in the team to create the goals, and he's done really well here. Obviously, as you would expect in that World 11. We're just going to have one more look at his biography then, to see how he's been a second time around. Spent his entire career at Barcelona, making a total of 746 appearances, scoring 118 goals. Obviously, he's not there to score goals. He's there to set them up, and it looks like he's done that in spades over the course of his career. Lifted the Supercopa de España 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. The Copa del Rey 5 times. The Europa League once, the Nations League once, and La Liga 13 times, but no Champions Leagues for Barcelona or Xavi this time around. In terms of his domestic and sort of other personal achievements, he's done really well. NXGN twice, Champions League midfielder of the season 3 times, Copa Trophy 3 times. Let's have a look. Best men's player on 6 occasions. There's the 7 Ballon d'Ors. So that has been the career resimulation of Xavi. If you have enjoyed it, drop a like on it down below and let me know in the comments as well who you would like to see on this series next. If you haven't watched all the episodes of the series, please do go and check them out. They will be popping up on the screen right now. But until next time, guys, take care of yourselves and I'll see you on another one very, very soon.